No, we have
love
to do
you.
one more
Okay.
story.
All right, let's do. What do you want to do, real quick? What do you want to do?
Dealer's choice, whatever you
Lunch.
want,
Oh
girl.
God, there's lunch.
Whatever
So
you
much. Do you
want.
want to talk Diddy or do you want to talk Shannon Beador being called out by that host? And then a lot of people saying the host will never be back on Bravo, but Jeff Lewis kind of insinuating, yeah, she was in a really shitty place when she went to that dating show. Or
God, I want to talk about all of them, but well,
a
I've
full
covered
show.
so look, I've covered the Shannon thing, but
All
I
right,
was the
what's up?
no, but the Jeff Lewis angle is interesting to me. By the way, I really don't believe that Joel Kim Booster will be back on Bravo. I mean, Andy cares. I mean, this is like people say bad things about. I mean, Nene is fucking
Jeff
hosting.
Lewis's crew seemed to, and I mean, Jeff has a direct line to Andy. Jeff Lewis seemed to think, no, he would not be back after that. You don't do that.
I think that's wishful thinking by Jeff for his friend Shannon. I do. Why is Jeff saying that, kind of saying Shannon? I mean, look, I have heard this about Shannon. This has nothing to do with this statement. I've heard for years of that Shannon's this. She's a nightmare.
Yeah, I had two, right? I had two long before. I mean, Gina has been on my podcast. Gina famously said it. Jeff said on his show when this was brought up by a caller, he said, yeah, I talked to her right before she left for this dating show and she wasn't in a good place. I was concerned. And I don't know what that meant. I don't know if that meant like she was drinking a lot or if she was just depressed or if she was angry or whatever. But he's like, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't say for sure, but I can't say that she was in a good place. So, I mean, he seemed to allude to the fact that, yes, she could have been a real nightmare and terror on this dating show. And this guy might not be that far off. Now, Doug,
Look,
of course, on the show defended her because he opens, I think, for Tamra
mhm,
and
for
Vicky.
Shannon and the other one,
Yeah,
Vicky.
Shannon, Vicky. Thank you. So, he loves her, and I get it. They talk all the time. But Jeff, Jeff's like a true friend. Jeff will be like, actually, yep, she seemed like she was a CU that week. So Jeff is like,
Look,
Jeffy
this
don't care.
there's a lot to unpack here. We'll do it quickly. First of all, this
Please.
guy, I'm sorry to break it to Jeff Lewis. He'll be back on Bravo every other week that Andy wants him on Watch What Happens Live. This doesn't bar him from being on Bravo. I think that is actually the most incorrect thing I have ever heard in my life. And Nene has sued the fucking network and she's hosting an after show on E. So housewives, trash housewives all the time. Actually, Mr. Lewis, if we're going there, didn't you have some things to say about Andy after you were fired from flipping out and the whole show was kaput? Now, guess what? Jeff Lewis Live makes lots of money for Radio Andy, and here you are. So that is completely incorrect. Joel Kim Booster can be back on Bravo. Second of all, Joel Kim Booster is not a housewife. He's not showing up and just out of nowhere deciding to tweet horrible things about Shannon. This is 100% happened, and it happened to you. She treated you a certain way. I'm assuming she didn't know who you were. I mean, the thing is, that's where I have a problem. If this were, Ariana, isn't she the darling? Don't we all love Ariana Madix? If Ariana Madix was hosting this, like instead of Joel Kim Booster, I guarantee you Shannon would be on all fours with her asshole fucking spread apart, kissing Ariana's cooch. So you just felt Joel Kim was either you didn't know him or he was below you. He's actually an actual real working actor with actual real skills. So I believe it. He didn't just make this up. He'll be back on Bravo. And I don't think Jeff's statement of like she was going through it and not in a good place, that doesn't exactly help Shannon's case. That's actually a bigger problem. The whole season has aired. You're not with John. He's in love with Alexis and she's in love with him, and they're going to be married for the rest of their lives, possibly. So what are you doing? And guess what? All the people that are commenting that Shannon needs to fucking go get locked away and go to some rehab. Thank you, Jeff Lewis, because you just proved our point. What do you mean she's not in a good place? We all wake up, we look outside, we see birds flying. I have a squirrel in my fucking backyard over here in Sag Harbor these days. I don't know what the hell it's doing there, which I mean, just get it out of here. But I also live in a condo. This is why I don't live in a house, not my problem. But not doing well. Choose happiness. Turn the fucking dial. What do you mean you're not doing well? You crashed a car like what, 9 months ago, 8 months ago? You're a 70-year-old woman. It's enough already. You're not doing well. I don't give a shit if you're not doing well ever. Sorry, we have to end on this topic. I don't give a fuck if you're not doing well. I don't give a fuck if you're single and you don't have anyone and you're a lonely old woman. I don't give one fuck. You're not to treat someone else that way. Go and look in the mirror and treat your fucking self like a piece of shit. Yeah, that's no excuse. You're not doing well. I don't give a shit.
Fair enough. That's actually a good take because, right, she is
God.
old enough to be, yeah.
Control your fucking emotions. You're an emotional fucking basket case. And then when he says, well, I feel sorry for John Jansen, what he must have gone through. Yes, John Jansen must be on his fucking knees with knee pads, doing anything Alexis wants because she's a breath of fresh air. Alexis doesn't even know what day it is half the time in the best way possible. And I'm sure this is like, I dated a fucking anchor, an anchor that sunk me to the bottom of the goddamn fucking ocean when I dated Shannon. Every day was a trouble. Wah, wah. Sad sack, Shannon. Wah, wah. That is a miserable fucking life. Turn the goddamn fucking dial to happiness. You have 2 arms, you have 2 legs, you have 2 eyes, you have 2 ears, and you may not always have all that. Not to mention the fact that you're making a shitload of money on the goddamn show. People are way, way, way worse off than you. How about walking someone else's shoes with real fucking problems? And then you'll learn what the world is all about. I don't feel sorry for you, Shannon. It's enough. You're a 70 goddamn year old woman. Get your fucking shit together. And if you're having emotional highs and lows, then go fucking lock yourself away, get fucking medicated, get sober, and get some fucking help. No wonder why John Jansen is so in love with fucking Alexis.
Wow. All right. Well, the
Well,
tides okay. Well, the honeymoon for Shannon Beador over.
It's been a while. It's been a while. You've been sitting up here on your high horse with your Bravo, Bravo, Bravo sweatshirt on. You go on your crazy rants. Guys, go rewind tape. She's gone on rants about Bethany every other fucking week. I've been calm lately. We dip into Teresa. We dip into this one. Even with the rat that scurries, I've been calm. You have just got me riled.
I think a lot of people will agree with that. I think a lot of people will agree with that rant.
Jesus. I'm sorry, guys. I
it's
apologize.
A great franchise, isn't it? Great. There's so much happening in RHOC.
Oh, she was having a bad week. So yeah, she was a see you next Tuesday and then when, and this is why she did this. That's not an excuse. Control your fucking emotions. Be happy, Shannon. You're a fucking sad sack anchor who no, by the way, no one on the damn show that lines up is going to look at a very young Ashley Darby, a drop dead fucking gorgeous Giselle Bryant. And I don't care if she's first choice, last choice, or no choice, whether you want her or not, Luann will fucking get ya. So, girlfriend, you need all the help going into this show to meet a guy. And let me tell you, you're not meeting anybody on this fucking show because you're going to bring that sad shack, wah, wah. I had a guy and he left me, wah, wah, wah. Yeah, no one going to choose you on the show. You're already wasting your opportunity. So I hope you cash the check because you're not getting anything else out of the fucking goddamn show.
Love it.
Who's going to want to date that? Who is going to want to date that?
I don't want to cut you off. So
it's okay.
Why don't I go blank screen? You
No, that would be really sad.
Text me when it's done.
That has never. Okay, that has never happened. We're gonna get in touch with our contest winner from last time. I'm calm now. Like Sarah has to go. She has kids and family. That would be really sad.
I'm buying an egg donor. I gotta finalize some paperwork.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, I'm over it. It's all about you, Sarah. Guys, she got me awesome. I love you.
I just think so. You know, when you have kids, I agree. It does.
And this is an honest show. This wasn't planned.
Honestly, I love this rant. I will just put my picture on and you keep going and then just end it when
Sarah wants extra content. No, I mean, I'm calm now. Listen, it's all about you, Sarah. Sarah Fraser Show. This is the podcast you got to listen to. She's great. I wish you and the family well.
I love you, David.